Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
52 is the mark, boy. 52. Check back, check back.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. Flushed out right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Carlos Dunlap, the one who got in there to make the stop behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. From the 50, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But Here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 40 now on second down. Watson, and that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
From the gun on third, Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Watson.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
Touchdown!
Antonio Gibson.
Touchdown number 15 on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now a play fake. Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
From the gun, it's Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie first-rounder, Jamin Davis.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Carson will take the handoff out of the option play.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none. They don't want none of this.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. From midfield, here's Brady. He sets to fire deep. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Max 22, Max 22. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. This one left side caught by Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Get him, boy. Max 22, Max 22. Hey, defense.
Watson on third down. Flush to his right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Watson. Thomas brings it in. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Watson. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Gerald Everett, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Now Watson. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
52 right here. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, it's Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Brady going to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Carson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Carson again.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Myers connects on the PAT, and that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Brady will try again on second down. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Brady. Flushed out right. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, he bought as much time as he could there, but eventually his clock expired.
It certainly did, because they were bootlegging him out of the pocket, and I think he had some indecisions whether to run or throw. And that indecision, it wound up costing him in a big way.
Here's Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. On first down, Watson.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Max 22, Max 22.
On second and 10, Watson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
And this one is no good. He missed it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Brady. It's caught. Lockett. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. To throw, it's Brady. They'll find Everett there, complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Brady again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a give, right side. Carson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass run.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. They'll run the screen with Carson. There he goes inside the 30, and he gets this one down to the 24. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Finds a seam inside the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
To throw is Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Play action. Now it's Brady. This one into the hands of Burton. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady.
And there's the rookie from Western Michigan, Dwayne Eskridge. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One final try now for Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree. Matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting